We're starting the stream.
Every episode
stream
is like,
starting now.
Does it work?
Is it? I think it's going. It's got to go by now. I got to have this shit figured out by now. All right. Hello. Hey, hello, everybody.
Yeah, there we go.
You can see. Yeah, it comes up. It takes a minute. But then it's up. But then we're here. Hi, how you doing? Thurman and Lala back to entertain
Back
you.
again. Sorry we were gone for so long.
Were we? We skipped a week, did we?
I think a week or two.
Don't fucking feel like it. This is like the 6th hour of podcasting I'm going to be doing this week. So we did the Captain's Jug as always, and then I was a guest on my friends Paul and Nate's podcast called What Was the Question, Man, which is available on Spotify and SoundCloud and all that.
Sweet.
And those guys are super funny. We did like a 2-hour show down here before the faux show the other night at the Jug. Mm-hmm. And Pete's like, I'm going to come by at 5 and get my drums. I'm like, all right. And I'm sitting here doing the show with them, and we just got lost in it. And then Pete comes walking in. I'm like, what the fuck are you doing here so early? He's like, dude, it's time. We got to go. And then we went and had a great show at the fucking Jug. That was a great fucking show. Nobody knows how to use the lights in the back room. So, like, there's these fucking bright-ass lights that look like that. We're going to get into this on that one, too. But, like, we were trying to get the lights. Like, those ones are on. Turn those off. Turn these ones on. And it was just pitch black. It was fucking crazy. It was wild. But thanks to everybody who came out. That was a lot of fun. Last indoor one until... next year apparently, well, because they're building this huge fucking mammoth stage out back of the Jug.
Incredible. Everything the Costellos are doing with the Jug has just been improvement after improvement.
Yeah, what they're building is mammoth. I was like, dude, it looks like you're building the fucking Ark. Like they're gonna think you lost your mind, like Steve Carell in that movie. Well, they kind of did, because there was a flood of band. Nobody can do shit at other places, so they built an Ark for bands to go. 2x2
saviors.
Actually, Friendly Foes and this White Stripes thing, it is 2x2. We just had our first little jam session for this Off-White Stripes band. Mm-hmm. We're taking you all through the journey with us. It's like a musical Tusk. It started on the podcast, and
That's
I'm
true.
I'm gonna sew him into a Meg White costume.
You think you're the most excited?
Lee's the most excited
dressing as Meg White.
Well, yeah, you don't gotta go full. You don't gotta get a fucking tucked it in or anything. You don't tuck it back.
It's the only way I play normally.
Yeah, that'd be funny if you did. Like this whole time, every time you dress like a girl, you were tucking it back. We're like, well, why?
Like that is such a. I
Nobody
go
knew.
Full method, man.
Yeah,
I go full.
Nobody knew.
Not method man. I go full method, man. He'd be like, I don't know, tuck back.
Daniel Day-Lewis comes back to play Method Man in a movie.
he would do a great job and inevitably win an Academy Award for it. That's for sure. Somehow. Yeah, man, it was a lot of fun. I've been playing drums on like an electronic kit that we bought originally in California so that we could play, because rehearsal studios are very expensive, and we lived in like a nice neighborhood, and we didn't want to like have the full band playing, because we were a fucking metal band, so like it was loud. So to be courteous and to be able to play and do shit at the house, we bought a fucking electronic drum set, which was perfect, and then I somehow ended up with it. I mean, they gave it to me, but like I don't know why.
It's funny, like that's how shit happens. You just somehow like, all right, that's Henderson's microphone. That's Andy's fucking PAs by back there.
My dad's probably mic stands are down here too.
I think one of them was from that basement bar we played. We just walked out with their mic stands one day.
Yeah, I
think Andy took the one. No, because your dad's had the thing duct taped on it for the thing. I think Andy took that one back, and he might have ended up with that.
Oh, for the slide you're talking about?
For the slide, because I don't have none of these have the slide thing on them.
Yeah, I was actually looking at my equipment, and like I think I bought like a lot of the pedals, but like really, like my dad is like
financed
a lot of my musical career, so thank you, Dad.
Lewiston Music, and it's Lou.
Yeah, it should have been. He actually thought about doing that, and then before we knew it, Tony opened up Lewiston Music, which is great. But yeah, that was like one of the things he was thinking about doing. He's like, because Lewiston needs a music store.
Lewiston Music.
Yeah,
LOU. Lewiston.
Been perfect.
Yeah. That's cool. Well, I mean, speaking of the outdoor Jug shit, I mean, the White Stripes things, we're gonna do it out there. We don't know when yet, but August 28th we're doing Day of the Dead, and Tony's band, the Skeleton Crew, is gonna be like headlining, because they're like a dedicated Grateful Dead band, and me and Pete are throwing together like a handful of all these fucking awesome guys. Might need you to play bass a little bit.
Okay.
And whoever's in my field of vision, I'm gonna be like, yay, you, Nate,
get up here,
get on the drums. Because that's what, like, we have this, like, little scene we're building, like, people who, we all play different shit, too, so it's cool.
Yeah.
We'd be rotating musicians. And I think we're going to have a draft for songs or something. So you don't have, like, 5 Scarlet Begonias play throughout the day.
Right.
Like,
yeah,
each
that's
band.
true.
I already said dibs on Wharf Rat. It's Captain's favorite. It's one of my favorites. I taken it. I don't care.
I want to play He's Gone.
Yeah, we did that with the banjo. We do that with the banjo
Nice.
and cajon, and it's fucking perfect.
Yeah, that's
it's
like
simple, and that imagine the banjo, and Pete plays the beat, and then on the chorus, out of nowhere, he just stopped playing the beat and sang with me, and it like totally worked.
Nice.
He's gone, he's gone, then nothing's gonna bring it. Yeah, it's fucking cool. Available on YouTube. We filmed it last year with that camera from Joe Russell.
Like, we steal shit. Like, that's what we do.
Well, yeah, he fucking got it from someone and then never gave it back, and you got it from him, never gave it back. I got it from you, never gave it back, and it didn't work. It fucking shit out at Milky's the other night. So fuck that thing.
Oh,
well, it's probably fucking 20 years old.
Yeah, it's seen its day for sure.
Older than some of the kids that were at that show.
That is true, man. That was a lot of fun.
Donatelli's gonna have a fucking drone. He's got his drone and shit. I'm like, dude, come take drone shots, like for the outdoor shows at
Holy
the Jug.
shit.
It's packed. Like, he did one when we did that Fleckfest thing down at their place.
Yeah.
He like flew over the river and like we could see the river and shit, and then it kind of landed in Stevie's backyard with like a band playing and everybody around it.
That's crazy, dude.
It was a really cool shot.
I would have freaked out if I had no idea. You know what I mean? There's actually, I saw a compilation of people trying to destroy drones, because it is the most invasive thing. Like, if you're not, like, if it's just some guy flying a drone around his neighborhood and looking into your backyard.
Weird. I've had guys floating over my house and I'm like, fuck.
Yeah, but there's a video of people trying to like throw shit at the drones and it never hits it. Like, I've seen ones
You're
where
moving it further away.
to me, it's like loud as fuck
really?
in my
Okay,
ears.
I'll turn you down. Turn you down there. I'll turn you up there. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I saw a video of firefighters. Like, they were putting out a fire and someone was trying to shoot it with their drone, and the guy had the hose and just went and just shot it out of the fucking sky. It was pretty cool.
It's the most annoying, like, invasive thing when used like that, but, like, also, like, if you watch, like, Planet Earth and shit like that.
Yeah, it's amazing.
It's the greatest invention.
Well, every indie band now has like these incredible music videos with like sweeping shots of the city. Like they used to like have to get a helicopter for.
Right.
And now you go to fucking, Best Buy and get a fucking thing and like you can make like these incredible, which is cool. But it is weird. And the tower in Niagara Falls, Canada, that like you go up to the top of the tower and it spins around. There's a restaurant there. It slowly turns around and you get this. You look down at the falls. It's fucking awesome. There was the waitress or something was telling us that like they've had like guys fly drones. Like people will be sitting there eating and then just
that's
like
so
right
weird,
outside
dude.
the window. Like
Fuck
you're
that.
I'm eating lunch in the sky and some dude's like, what are you doing?
I'm surprised that's not like a porn genre. Not eating a restaurant, no, but like a fucking
drone bone.
Yeah, like you know what I mean, like sneaking in and you can see, like it would be totally fake, but you know what I mean, that you see somebody fucking like from out their bedroom or something like that.
I'm sure. Yeah, there's some voyeuristic
I've never seen
shit.
that, and I've seen a lot of porn.
I think Brian De Palma has some sort of voyeuristic thing. We watched that documentary on him, and he's got several movies where there's like a scene where there's a guy watching a girl through a window, do like undress or something. Like he has like that's his Hitchcock.
That opening scene of
signature
of Carrie is the most sexual, slow. Like
give me 10 inches in between you and the mic. Is it really that loud?
Yeah. Well, okay. All right. Is it better now?
Yeah.
Better now. Okay.
Yeah.
Seriously, yeah. He directed Carrie, the original Carrie.
Yeah.
And fucking the beginning shower scene where it turns into the period thing. It's all slow for I don't know.
Starts like a porn.
Yes, like very steamy,
and then gets really weird.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it gets progressively weirder from there.
Plug it up.
Yeah, they're like, who does that? They throw it. There's a lot of people in that movie that are. Well, he's one of them. He dates one of the chicks. One of the chicks was his partner in RoboCop. Another chick was the secretary from Ferris Bueller, but she's like a teenager.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Though funny, like.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. We both.
You shouldn't throw anyone with your bad knee.
I'm
but it's weird to see
doing
her
like the Swedish chef from the Muppets when I impersonate her. I'm like, hurdy.
Fucking yeah. So it's weird to see those people like super young. Cause that movie, what, 76? I think Carrie came out.
It's old.
I fucking love it. But like Brian De Palma movies, I don't know, man. Like he's hanging with the right people, but sometimes he has like the, I don't know.
We've
like,
talked about this before. Like he like when you look at like the Untouchables, when there's like a horse chase scene, you're like, oh, this guy grew up on like old timey movies, and that's what he's trying to make.
Yeah,
you know,
and I get
mean?
it, but I'm not an Untouchables fan.
No,
you know, fucking Scarface is cool, but like the music's the worst. But now.
Yeah, Scarface plays into
cool.
itself. That's half comedy to me. Like it really is.
Yeah,
like I'm not like, what a dark tale of drugs. I'm like, look at these fucking goofballs.
Dude, we watched. Speaking of Pacino, we watched Insomnia. Kaylee and I watched it the other day. It's Chris Nolan movie.
I believe
and
that's
it's just
the movie that Robin Williams relapsed while shooting.
Yes, yeah, and fucking, you know, Pacino is just doing his best, like, look tired as fuck Pacino, because that's what he looks like. You know what I mean? Like, I don't think he got that role for any other reason besides they need somebody to look so exhausted.
Yeah.
And that's pretty much what he did. And that movie wasn't that good. I mean, you know, whatever.
Yeah, I can't really remember. It was all right, I guess.
It was
like,
okay.
I don't remember
it was
shit. Yeah.
Hillary Swank's there for some reason.
And like she's like, oh my God, I'm in a movie with Robin Williams and this is going to be some Oscar winning shit. She's trying real hard and those two are just like, huh? Well, oh, we're on? Okay.
Yeah.
Oh my God, where'd he go? Yeah, he's duct taping the window shut.
Yeah.
And as a former alcoholic, I'm like, yo, right? Right?
Yeah, that's oh God, man.
I'm like, I hear you, brother.
The shit we used to do, man. Birds give me anxiety.
I fucking hate them.
Birds
because they tell you the
morning
day
give
is coming and
I
people
know.
are gonna start.
And I've spent so many nights just up the entire time, and then when the birds start, you're like, oh no.
Yeah.
Oh, I've definitely pushed it too far. You know what I mean? You're like, oh, so now like for years of doing that, and then hearing birds now like in the morning. Like if we sleep with our windows open, like I just wake up and I feel like I'm instantly doing something wrong, but I'm not. You know what I mean? Like I'm not, but like you just do that for. It's so weird that birds are like I wouldn't say a trigger, but like a bad memory. You know what I'm saying? And they're like the great birds are so nice, and bird song is great, and it's beautiful, and it's used in music. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's like the beautiful, like in like fucking what's her face who had the birds like helping her put her clothes on.
Was that Cinderella?
Yeah, no, but Cinderella was a piece of shit. She didn't they didn't fucking treat her like shit.
And the birds, she had friends, and then birds came in and helped her.
I'm thinking, was that Cinderella?
Yeah, she had lots of animal friends.
I know the mice were
like the main
friends. Yeah,
right.
I'm like she hung out with rats. She wasn't in the woods getting dressed by birds. I thought that was like Snow White.
They came into her room and woke her up and then like dressed her. Snow White hung out with the dwarves.
Yeah,
and that was about it.
It doesn't make any sense though, because Cinderella's hot as shit, and her stepsisters were all fucking fugly ass bitches. Yeah, it's just like.
Well, you know what? Mom looked like fucking B. Arthur. I always thought that she looked like B. Arthur in fucking Golden Girls for sure, man. They look exactly the same.
Mom.
Yeah, look at Cinderella's stepmom.
Cinderella. That's what they call her. Yeah. Images, motherfucker. Yeah. There's definitely a B. Arthur vibe there.
For sure. Those movies were kind of. They always had like a one like part that was like super scary. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, that was
there's
dark
some Beauty and the Beast shit that used to freak me out for sure.
Like the whole
well,
rooftop fight and shit.
Some fucking guy got like turned into a monster for some reason, and there's like a rose petal, and it's like falling off, and like every leaf that comes off is like another year off his life or something. I don't know.
He's closer to being
dark,
dead. Yeah.
Heavy, scary fucking shit.
Fucking that. Oh, dude, that traumatizing scene in Pinocchio, right?
He's in the whale's mouth.
No, I forgot about that. No, when the kids start turning into donkeys. Yeah, that part drives me crazy. He fucking no, like when the kid turns into a donkey.
There's the B. Arthur I put her on the screen. God. They really just puts it right over your face. But just so the other people know what we're talking about. There she is. Hey, Blanche. Well, no, she wasn't Blanche.
No, she was Dorothy.
She was Dorothy. All right.
Dorothy.
All right. Hey, see you later, bitch.
That's totally B. Arthur, man.
Yep, it is. Okay, what were we saying? Yeah, those movies always had like some weird, scary shit. What was the scary part in Pinocchio?
Okay, so remember when they go to like the kids' casino and like they're all having fun, smoking cigars and shit and playing cards.
Yeah.
And then he's got his one little asshole friend who's like, "Hey, I'm fucking Pinocchio," and he's like, "Hey, you want a cigar?" and like fucking gives him all this shit. And then they drink something. I don't know how they turn into donkeys, but he turns into a donkey, and it's like like a werewolf scene, but into a donkey.
Isn't there some
you see like the shadow, like the silhouette, right, or the shadow cast on the wall of him, like
I remember this,
like turning into a donkey, and then he's like crying, and he's like, like he's like
God,
he's a little kid, and like you know what I mean. It's deep, man. I'm still
remembering this. And then didn't like Dumbo have like an acid trip scene in there? Like, so they go in and they drink a thing and they turn into something. Like he turned into a like Pinocchio's like a bad drunk, is what they're saying.
Really?
I guess.
I don't remember.
That's what I take from that. From what you just told me, that's what I take as the message, is that he turns into a jackass.
Yeah, well, the kid did. Yeah. I don't know if Pinocchio didn't turn into a donkey.
You meant
his friend did.
His friend got drunk and turned into a jackass.
Yeah.
So it was like showing Pinocchio, and everyone's like, hey, it's Earl. Like, everyone has their friend at the bar who just says, hey, here's a cigar, and then he gets drunk and turns into a jackass.
Again, yeah, it's perfect.
They're writing like adult themes with these kids' movies, but as kids, we were like, what?
Yeah. I know, but it just scared the shit out of me. So now, like, I mean, it's not like I watch Pinocchio on the regular, but
was in seclusion and turned into a monster, but like all the girls still kind of wanted to fuck him. Like, what was the fucking when they did like the live action one? Like everyone was getting mad because they didn't cast enough fucking trans kids or something. And they're like, y'all getting mad at political correctness in a movie where a woman fucks a bear or something. Or she fucks a buffalo or something.
Dude,
like it's a bestiality movie.
I don't know. The fucking that shit drives me nuts. The internet drives me fucking crazy, and yet here we are on it. But like,
it's fine. It's good for the good parts, and it's funny to make fun of the other parts.
I know, but it's just like
fun how stupid people are.
Cancel culture is just like
fucking. We're not even gonna get into it because then it becomes people who hate it just talk about it more.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? I'm like, when do you ever hear? If no one ever hated the Kardashians, you wouldn't hear the word Kardashian ever. You just hear your friends bringing up Kardashian. You hear captains like, fucking Kardashians. I'm like, what did they do to you today to upset you? Did they fuck with the drugs business at all? What did they do? He's like, I don't know. I just don't like them.
I just don't like them. It's something I don't like.
You know, no, don't worry about it. Fucking Pinocchio. It is, and the fucking when he's in the whale's mouth, that shit was trippy. I'm gonna watch some of it.
It's crazy, man. They always have some weird. I mean, yeah, those animators back in the day, and there's always like the weird Disney ones where they had like sexual things.
Yes,
I still have the
original,
the Little Mermaid cover with the fucking penis as the tower, as one of the towers in like the background. Yeah. And because when I first heard that, I was like, what bullshit. And I looked, and yeah, it's a fucking cock. It's even kind of like, it's not completely, I wouldn't say it's like knobbed, but it's like not completely straight like the other
of a cock that's a cock.
Yeah, it's a total cock.
On our Apple TV, there's like the waiting screen or whatever, the screensaver type of thing, is all these like different pictures of animals. Like you can choose nature, you can choose this, you can choose that. It's all these different slides of animals that kind of pass up the screen past each other like this. And one of them is like polar bears, but like there's drift shit in the snow, like the snow is like texturized.
Yeah.
And like in the bottom corner, I'm gonna take a picture of it. It's just a dick in the snow. It's a fucking straight up dick.
Really?
With like a little thing, and I'm like, I've watched that screensaver so much, just being on, like, you know, the TV's on. I'm not even fucking paying attention, but like, yeah, I've watched those pictures, and I'm just like, there's a fucking little dick in the corner. It's very funny. I'm gonna take a picture of it.
When I went to San Diego, my brother got like a pass for us to go to the zoo because San Diego Zoo is like a world-renowned thing, right? So this was really weird. This whole trip was weird. So it was fun though. So we walked in and we get there and it's like, first I saw like a duck in a pond, and then the first exhibit was like an Australian wild dog. And I'm like, a duck and a dog. I'm like, wow, man, this place is fucking wow, you know? And it's just being a dick, you know? So then we get to these zebras.
You could find in any farm.
And these zebras, and it was like fucking, like I took a picture of the zebra, and then I looked at the picture, and I realized it had a fucking huge boner. Like not just its dick, because its dick is large, obviously. It's a fucking horse, whatever you would call a zebra. It's a horse-like creature.
Yeah. It's definitely a horse. It's a horse with some flair.
Yeah. with pizzazz.
Yeah,
you know?
it's a glam horse. It's like David Bowie of a horse. Like I'm not just gonna be. I'm gonna be.
It knows what it
and,
is. Yeah, it knows. But like it had the biggest fuck. It was on my old phone. I wish I still had the picture.
I'm
because
sure
it was so fun. Because I took
I'll look up the B. Arthur picture, but you guys at home can look up zebra cock by yourselves.
But it was massive, and like it was funny because I sent it to this girl that I was talking to at the time, and I was like thinking of you, and like, and yeah, it took her a minute, but she was like, "Oh my god,"
because it's just a picture of a zebra, and you're like, and it's like you don't notice until yeah, we've all been tricked.
But then we go through this like this orangutan exhibit, like there's like you're like outside,
Dude,
it's like
monkeys
in this
are
jungle
horny
thing.
as fuck.
Yes, yes, they are, and they're terrifying. They are terrifying because they have eyes and they look right into you, and it's really like Kaylee loves animals, but she is terrified of any like monkey, ape, anything like that because like they look, they know, man. They're too human-like.
Too close to human, and they made all them fucking movies where they
and
like
it all goes wrong.
Yeah,
you know?
we're like, hey, if we don't keep you fuckers in check, we've seen what happens.
Yeah. So like, all right, so we get through this orangutan exhibit, and then like we're going through this weird like jungle pathway thing. We're in San Diego, okay? We're out in the jungle, but we're in San Diego, and they do it really well. There's this really cool, elaborate fucking thing. You're walking through this nature, and it's like awesome. And then you get to like this courtyard in the middle of this weird jungle, and they sell like those weird little ice cream dots and shit. But then then this Italian restaurant in the middle of the zoo, and their advertisement was they have the best lasagna in San Diego. But you gotta go into the zoo to like. My question is like, okay, I know there's snacks and shit, and they always have like a cafeteria or something like that at a zoo, but like. A sit-down Italian restaurant. There were people there like sitting down and having bottles of wine.
It seemed like a separate business.
Yeah,
like
totally.
They built a zoo around this restaurant.
Right, like they're like, we're not leaving. We're not leaving. We've been here. Sorry.
It's the old neighborhood. I promised my father that I'd take care of the old neighborhood. And you bring in a bunch of fucking big dick zebras and monkeys.
Yeah, they're in the goddamn jungle out there. Huh?
Yeah. If it was like a rainforest cafe or something,
that would make a lot more sense.
Zoo-themed, restaurant.
Just
but it was
Italian, carb overload, sweaty.
The best Italian food in
not
San
only
Diego, the best lasagna.
Best lasagna specifically. So you like go. Who the fuck goes there? You know what I'm saying?
The bolognese is shit. But the
lasagna
worth walking through that wall of monkey shit.
It blew my mind because I was like, "What the fuck?" That was the best part of the zoo trip was just seeing that there's an Italian restaurant in the middle of it.
Wait, no. We fucking really missed the ball on this. In San Diego, they put Italians in their zoos. That's what it is, dude. They put it. That was the Italian exhibit.
They didn't like scan my blood or anything, because then if they did, like they would have like just led me straight there.
They led you and Matt in with like a gold chain to St. Michael and let you guys
Italian
into the
horn.
cage.
Yeah,
so you got away somehow. Matt's still there.
Yeah, somehow, like he's just like doing dishes there. He doesn't understand.
He's got a wife beater on him, and like people
starts growing chest hair.
People are taking pictures of him, and he's just hey, and oh, he's making noise. Oh,
get the fuck out of here! Oh, he's adorable.
Dude, the funniest fucking thing, the thing that made me laugh, like we're laughing right now, was on what is it, Time Immemorial or something, the greatest fucking Sopranos meme page on fucking Instagram, and it was that song, the hipster song we used to do. Mm-hmm. I don't think you're right for him.
Oh, the Lumineers thing,
yeah. And it was the Goomineers.
Yeah.
And it was that song, and it was like, ding, ding, I'm alone with you, you alone with me, you're my sweetheart.
Right.
And then, oh! Hey! And it was just all different clips of The Sopranos of them doing it, and it worked so perfectly.
I saw that. That was amazing.
I was fucking crying laughing at that. I had to go back to it recently.
So I watched The Departed recently. I always go back to that because it's fucking fantastic. And I always had a question at the end, and I think I kind of answered it for myself at this viewing. All right, so remember everyone kind of debates at the end, like, what Mark Wahlberg's character, like, why he killed Matt Damon? Was he in on it? Like, was he, you know, because they set him on a leave of absence. or he just went
they
vigilante.
sent him on a leave of absence,
Right.
and he's in his basement, like fucking trying to
shit.
figure it out, and then he eventually figured out that it was Mark
because
Wahlberg.
you don't really see any of that, right?
No, you don't.
Right.
You don't see. He disappears.
But
fucking Queenan's
before-
gone.
Right. So when they're doing the stakeout thing, and there's the whole fight about the cameras and shit like that, and like, you know what I mean? Like they're like so excited because they're gonna get
Patriot Act.
Costello.
Patriot Act.
Yeah, exactly. And so Matt Damon is texting, right? And he thinks
In
nobody's
his pocket, like we used to do in school. He has
Yes,
to text
exactly.
in his
But
pocket.
before Leo was texting in his pocket.
Oh, right.
Matt Damon was doing this thing. So this is the first time I've noticed this. The only person that's in the background is Mark Wahlberg, and he can there's a small
he gives him a
quick
look.
shot. Yeah, he just like looks like this real quick, and then after that's when he like, you know, then the scene happens or whatever, and then he ends up punching fucking Matt Damon in the face, and then he goes on the leave of absence with pay, you know, like
well,
so
wait,
that
they said something about it would really help. Then Alec Baldwin says something like it would really help us if we had access to your informant or something. And who was he talking to? Oh, he was talking Martin Sheen and Mark Wahlberg have Leo in there, and they want to talk to Leo. So Matt Damon. So you're right. He looks at him and he's like, "What the fuck's this dude's looking at his phone for?"
He's the only person that's behind Matt Damon when he's texting. And then there was a scene where Martin Sheen comes up to him after he gets off the phone, and he was talking to his father, but it was really Costello. So like, so I think Martin Sheen probably had an idea, and then like him and Mark Wahlberg were all like, you know, those two were inseparable in the sense. And I think, because that was kind of a they're partners. It was a mystery to me because I was like, people were saying like there was theories. There's no definitive thing, but there were theories that like maybe they killed him because Mark Wahlberg was actually one of Costello's people that even
that's the way that
Damon
movie
didn't know.
Unfolds in the end is just like it's this, and then you think it's this, and then you think it's this, and it keeps turning. So there's any possibility it could be. I didn't think that's actually kind of a fun one to pick apart. I always just assumed he went Batman,
right?
Like he went because he figured out it was him, and he was like, "Fuck you, I'm doing the right thing." He shot him. He had the shit on his feet, and he had the gloves, so he knew how to not get caught doing it.
Right.
You know what I mean? So he just was like, "You fucker," and you got my partner killed,
and that's what I
got.
thought.
Everybody killed. You got Leo killed. Everybody. Right. Sorry, spoilers. You got fucking everybody dies. Everybody's dead. But I really connect to Leo in that, mostly when he's like struggling and freaking out,
doing
popping
pills.
and his fucking family's all fucked up, and he has a super hot blonde girlfriend who's like, I'm like, damn, dude. Like some fucking wacky. Like his cousin is just like any one of my friends. Just insert one of you, Captain Pete. Any one of you. That's his cousin is just a goofball. Fucking and then I liked his uncle Jackie better. Come on.
I know.
I'm like, yo, this motherfucker wrote a movie about me.
Yeah, man, that movie is so fucking good. But that was the first time that I noticed, because it's such a quick little thing, and they don't make a big deal out of it. It's just like one of those things that you blink and it's gone. And I caught it, and I was like, so it reinforced my theory that he went vigilante and just took care of the problem.
You know who John Lennon was? Yeah, he's the president before Lincoln. And when he says fucking families of all have risen and fallen in America, have always risen and fallen in America, haven't they, or something? And he quotes him, and he's like, I was about to freak out. And Martin Sheen goes, who said that? He goes, Hawthorne. And it's this powerful moment. And then Mark Wahlberg goes, what's the matter, fuckface? You don't know Shakespeare?
It's amazing, dude.
Dude, it's amazing. It's fucking... marriage is a ring. It lets people know your dick still works. Someone can stand this son of a bitch. It's like, once again, like Scarface, it's a fucking straight up comedy. It's so funny.
It is. Alec Baldwin's amazing.
Who are you?
In that movie.
I'm the guy who does his fucking job. You must be the other guy.
And fucking Alec Baldwin's like,
everybody's great in that.
He's so excited because they're about to do this sting that he's been like waiting for and get Costello and fucking like, he's like, I'm gonna have a smoke. You gonna have a smoke? You don't smoke, do you? What do you want? Those fitness freaks? Fuck yourself. Like it was like boom, 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 and then like he was gone out of the scene. And you're like, what?
Fucking great in that. And Martin Sheen is so sweet. Like that really is a fucking amazing movie with a lot of people. As we're naming names, I'm like, all these motherfuckers are in this. And then Jack Nicholson's leading the charge. It's about the goddamn Irish for once. You fucking Italians have had a fucking
when I first
stranglehold
watched
on
that
the mob movie industry for too long.
Well, I thought that it turns out Costello is an Irish name. I always thought it was an Italian name.
Yeah,
and the
so did
Costellos
I.
that we know are Italian, but
yeah.
they are Irish too. I don't know. It's very so. When I watched
They
it, I
just
was
put
very
the
confused.
O at the end.
I think I just kind of
It was a dyslexic
any
Irish.
Irish thing that they said in that movie, I just translated it into Italian to make it make sense. You know what I mean? I remember when I was a kid, like I loved mob movies, and I still do, but like I was obsessed with them. And then I watched the Boondock Saints, and they like kill mobsters, and I was like, no. Like, no, I loved Boondock Saints, but like when I finally got, I was like,
it took me a while to like sit. Like, I had to watch it later because like in high school, like it was too much like a Hot Topic T-shirt.
Yeah,
you know,
for
it was
sure,
like
yeah.
it was like lame dudes like had that as their personality.
Yeah.
It was like I'm a Boondock Saints. Like they have a Boondock Saint, like a Fight Club T-shirt.
douchebags who get the fucking tattoo on their
The little rosary.
Yeah.
Willem Dafoe was so great in that. And
He was
when
amazing.
Caitlyn Jenner
Yeah,
came out,
seriously.
used were like, oh my gosh, she looks like Willem Dafoe in that fucking movie. I'm like, damn. Oh, that's cold.
But she does. He does.
Yeah.
Willem Dafoe looks like her. She looks like him.
I watched Gone Baby Gone recently.
That's Casey Affleck, right?
Yes.
That's a good one.
It is good. Major fucking bummer. Like that's not a good mood movie, but it's like a cool, like I love Boston fucking crime movies. I like The Town a lot. I love The Departed. Like I like any, like there's a few like little shitty ones. They're fine. But fucking Gone Baby Gone is, first of all, he's wearing this fucking Adidas zip up. I cleaned up at the fucking Adidas store yesterday. But he's got this zip up, and it's like green on the sleeves, it's black, but it's black. I'm like, yo, it's fucking dope. And I was looking for it, but then I noticed there was only 2 stripes. I'm like, you fuckers. We want him to look like a Boston fucking like little wiener.
Right.
He wasn't like a fucking, he was kind of tough. He did pistol whip that guy. But they wanted him to look like a street Boston guy with the Adidas. But they're like, we don't want to pay him. Just do the 2 stripes, and people think it's the fucking same thing. But it's, dude, by the end of it, you're like, holy fuck, like everybody's a bad guy.
Yeah.
And even Casey Affleck, by the end of it, once again, spoilers, fuck yourself. His whole thing is to get this little girl back home, and he gets her back home. He loses his girl. A bunch of people fucking die. A bunch of good people went to jail. Like, there were people he thought were good, and Morgan Freeman goes to jail. This shit. The kid's back home. The mother's a fucking piece of shit.
Right.
She's going on a date with some guy who saw her on TV, and she's like, she sucks. She leaves him sitting with her, and he's looking at the kid, and he's looking at this kid who kind of ruined his life.
Yeah.
And he got her back, and it's not even good. And he's like, fuck, should I have even done this?
Right.
And then you're like, credits.
Yeah.
You're like, Jesus. Like, there's no, like, he got her home, and it fucking was the worst thing he could have done, honestly.
I watched that. It was weird because I didn't mean to. I kind of got in like a Boston movie kick for some reason. Like I watched.
I'm a cop. My father's a cop. His father was a cop.
Exactly. You can't stop
There's that
saying.
one redheaded guy who's in all of them, and he's just there.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like they have clowns of him, and they just like pop him up every time they need a
There's
Boston cop.
yeah, he is in every fucking thing.
Saj, you're gonna want to see this.
but I it's so fun. But like I watched like
Jesus
that
fucking
and
Christ.
like I watched Departed and The Town, and then I fucking watched the Gone Baby Gone, and I didn't realize Gone Baby Gone was like a Boston movie. I was like, what the fuck? Like, how do it's weird, like subconsciously.
The
like,
opening scene is like trashy people sitting on porches on like wooden houses that were all built too close to each other. You're like, Boston.
like, yeah, that's what but I had no idea. I had never seen that movie before. And then I remember Kaylee and I watched it. It was like a Sunday. And we got to start watching like nicer movies on Sundays.
Yeah, Sunday fun day, Gone Baby Gone.
Yeah, we didn't know. We just liked thrillers. I think we watched like Gone
It's
Girl.
a good movie. It's a good fucking movie. The Cops, it's one where you think it's going this way, you think it's going that way. You find out good guys are bad guys and all this shit and all these changes. But it's like the guy who put the plug in the jug 25 years ago starts drinking again. His fucking wife leaves him. Like, it's literally like there's no like good ending. And they're like, no, but he got the girl back. And it's like, yeah, now she's going to be fucked. She's going to have a kid.
I guess it's a more realistic story.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah.
You know what I mean? It doesn't have to have a happy ending.
That was one Ben Affleck made when he was still drinking.
Yeah,
You're just like, Jesus, dude. By the end of it, he's like that dark drunk.
Yeah, that cynical, like,
Yeah.
everything's fucked.
Well, I'm going to fucking check again. But if the fucking goddamn Justice League doesn't work, I tried to watch it and there was no sound on it. And I bitched on this a few times, but I'm going to try to watch it again because I would like to see it. I do like fucking Batfleck. I think Batfleck is solid, dude. He's fucking big. Like the other guys, like
he's huge.
After I saw that picture of Michael Keaton and Jack Nicholson stand next to him, and then like Batman's a lot smaller than him, you're like, I can't unsee that.
Yeah,
like Ben Affleck's like Batman's supposed to be a big, square jawed, bulky, fucking. Yeah. I've said it 1,000 times. Josh Brolin was like in the running in one.
He would have been great.
He would have been fucking great. He's got that big, like that's what that tough, brutish, square guy, you know. And Ben Affleck's got that huge head. It's fucking great.
It is weird though, because it's like, it's Ben Affleck.
Yeah, because he was the J-Lo shit, and like and here like celebrities just become so celebrities.
Right.
You see them, 95% of what you see of them isn't even their work.
Yeah.
It's just like Ben Affleck and J-Lo bought shoes today.
Like, but yeah, I know. So I had a hard time. Like I think he did a great job. I really like it. I do.
Cap hates Ben Affleck too. And the Kardashians. I'm getting a whole list.
Basically, I mean, those are easy ones to hate. You know what I mean?
I love Ben Affleck.
Yes, but like, I don't know. He's done a lot of.
He's done a lot of shit. So have I.
Shakes.
I'm putting out shitty shit right now.
That's true. That sucks.
This is my Geely.
Nobody's seen these movies. They're like, great. Thanks for ruining them. And then like I'm talking about it forever. Like,
this movie's so good at the end when you realize all these things. Then we ruin the experience for you. Fucking go get some lasagna at the zoo.
At the fucking zoo in the Italian exhibit. The fucking Goomba exhibit.
Italian exhibit. That's
seriously.
What's the Goomba? Don't feed the Italians. They'll feed you.
Yeah, that's true.
They will insist on feeding you. There's a sign on their side of the cage that says "Don't feed the customers." G, how you doing, G? Did you get the lasagna down at
Yeah, dude. Yeah, that's the only wild animal that will actually
down at
feed
Zulio's?
The Squidulio's. That's probably the name of the place.
There's a squid on the front. Best calamari.
I was listening.
All Santiago.
Santiago. I was listening to
our
bits on the way back, on the way here, not the way back. And
well, for you, it is kind of the way back.
Yeah, but there's like some shit,
cheap, son.
But there's like some shit, like the Italian stuff is pretty great. The song, the Western New York song.
Yeah. Mozzarella,
Portobello, Billy Fusillo, Chevrolet, eat some pizza, get some wings, watch the Bills game with the kids. I remember when Pine Avenue used to be white. Now they got all these spooks walking around and doing the thing.
And like, it's very much based on the people we fucking grew up around.
We wrote it, but it's not saying it.
No,
but these are things that we have heard people say.
But you know, some people heard that. One of your uncle's friends heard it and was like, hey, these kids are onto something. Like, you know what I mean? Like, they're like, I fucking nailed it. You know, like these are people we grew up around, and you know, you mock them.
Yeah, absolutely.
Through song.
Yeah.
Like ridiculing people. It's so funny. That's what like Shane Gillis got in trouble for fucking. Well, not got in trouble. He got fired from SNL after like 4 hours because he was like doing they were talking about, I guess, building New York City. I don't even remember what the bit was. And he was like doing the impression of like the old asshole racist guy who set it up. And he's like, make the Chinks go live there, and made Chinatown. And he's like, yeah, see, that wasn't me saying that.
Yeah, like
that was the guy I was talking about. And we were in the bit. That guy's an asshole.
Yeah.
You ever see a movie where a guy kills someone? He's playing a character.
Yeah, he didn't really
do it. He's not really murderer, but he's playing a murderer. So if you're so upset by it, he did a really good job. You know,
it's true, man.
Did you see that fucking Elijah Wood movie? What was it called? Was it just called Psycho or something? Or
Maniac.
Yeah. And it was in like POV. I saw like the beginning of it. He goes on a date with this girl, and then he takes her back, and she puts on Goodbye Horses, which is a fucking banger song, but also is very associated with one of the weirdest scenes of all things, and that's not. You're like, you're putting this on, and it's like POV, and she starts like getting naked, like they're gonna get laid, and I'm like, this is fucking. Don't kill her, just fuck her. Like, this is what POV videos should be. Instead of a girl being like, hi, can you help me with my thing? Like, it should be shot like a movie, and then they have actual, like, if you actually go on a date, like, they try to do those in porn, and there's just dumb.
Yeah.
It's just like a girl,
Skip,
like... 15.
Let's
make, we should make one of those girlfriend experience things where he takes her to the fucking lasagna place in the zoo.
Yeah.
The fucking monkeys are all beating off to her. We went to fucking, what was it, African Lion Safari in fucking whatever was in Canada? Yeah. So we went to that, and when you go through the monkey thing... You have two out. You can either bring your own car at your own risk, and you have to like sign a thing, or you get on the bus because the monkeys climb all over your vehicle.
Yeah.
And they rip your fucking car apart. They rip the antenna off. They rip the little rubber things around the window. They tear them off. We saw like tires. All like, dude.
Jesus.
But they'll just, hey, you want to have all these fucking primal things attack your car because you're in there with snacks and they're like trying to get them. But like, dude, the amount of fucking monkey boners we saw was insane. They were just fucking. They would get on the roof on the like a van next to me. I was like 8. I don't know if it was a school thing or whatever, but they would just like start fucking, and you're just like, damn, dude, monkeys are fucking crazy.
They got to figure it out, man. Like, what else are they gonna do? You know what I mean?
Just this. I remember this monkey was like this really long, thin monkey dick.
Yeah,
and I was just like, Jesus fucking Christ, this is for kids. And then they destroy your car. They fucking destroy your car.
It's nature, man. You know, that's why you could look at titties in National Geographic magazines. Like when I was a kid in school, I'd go to the library and take up because you can see. I mean, they weren't nice titties. They were like weathered, had seen the sun every single day titties. Yeah, it's not, you know, shame.
Fed a child until they were 4.
Tribal shaming. It's just you just saw tits and that you had to see them. So like no matter what tits they were, you know what I mean, you just did it. And that was learning. So like kids like these monkeys fuck each other, but you're learning. This is an educational thing, you know. I was reading, oh my god, this pisses me off so much. I was reading about Silence of the Lambs, and they're like top 10 Oscar-winning movies that don't age well because people fucking are pussies now.
Don't stop reading BuzzFeed. Fuck that shit. Stop listening to NPR. I don't even know these things exist. I just go, Silence of the Lambs is a good fucking movie.
It's a great movie.
Watch the movie. Don't read what some dork wrote about it.
I know, but it just makes me mad, and I think I like being mad. And because that's why I keep reading. If you don't, people are fucking stupid.
People only continuously do things because they enjoy it. Like if you have that friend who's constantly like can't just find the right person, it's like you like the breakup part, you like the fight, you like the huge rise, and then a dramatic crash, your aid, and then all this poor guy shit on your lawn. Like you like that, or you wouldn't do it.
Thrive in chaos for sure. But they were saying like how trans people are like misrepresented in that movie because he doesn't. We don't do that. It's like no, like you said, that guy murder a person?
That guy did.
It is about one specific person who does horrible things and happens to dress up and do weird things.
Nobody else does that. That's why they made a movie about him.
Right. That's what I'm saying. Is that like fucking? It is about one guy. It is not meant to represent an entire community of people. Yeah. It is about one person.
I heard
like. Do clowns like really are like in that Joker movie? They were upset that like he was representing clowns, but like he's like just a psycho who happens to be doing that.
The clown industry is run.
People are like fuck you. Who cares? It's about one character.
There's one of the probably the funniest midget joke in the history of cinema is in that movie.
What about the mini golf? Or?
No. When he fucking murders the fucking shit out of that guy, and then the little guy can't reach the lock. It's fucking hysterical.
Dude, it was amazing.
It's so funny.
He like just helped him out, and he was like, "You're the only person that was ever nice to me." Because I was like, "Please don't kill the little fucking guy."
Because that guy was really nice.
Yeah, he was awful.
And then he helped him. Awful.
Yeah.
Oh,
dude, that scene was amazing.
It's incredible. And then you're like, it's the most graphic, crazy, violent shit, and you're horrified, and then you're laughing your nuts off.
Yeah.
I heard someone make the point about like when people are like beauty standards for women and shit, and we're looking and like they're like, oh my god, Thor. I'm like, yeah, we're all what the fuck. None of us could pull any of the tail that Ben Affleck could get.
No,
no, fuck you. We got some fucking shit.
We have a lot of competition.
Yeah,
too.
Ryan Gosling is whatever. So they put these people on magazines, and they're like, oh, well, we're not represented. There's not normal. It's like that's most women don't look that. And it's like, yeah, that's why she's on a magazine.
Yeah, that's
it's an unusual thing. They just put some person on there. They put me on a magazine. They're just like some guy. I don't fucking not gonna buy that.
Yeah, like that's
you put like a gorgeous person, man or woman. People go, oh, they're drawn to it.
That's why you look at it.
That's how. If there wasn't
the magazine, not the person. I didn't refer to her as it. Okay, Jesus Christ.
See, now you're all self caught up in it.
Because it's like you say anything and they're like cancel God.
Who? Nobody even says that shit is listening to this.
That's true. And we can't cancel ourselves.
Nah, man, fuck that shit. That doesn't exist. It doesn't exist on our level because we don't have anything they want. We don't have any money, and we don't have any we don't have like an improv troupe that like has a theater the night they want it. Like we don't have anything they need. They have no interest in us.
That's true.
There's no clout they can get from doing anything to us.
Thank God.
You know what I mean? There's only for us to gain. If somebody came out, if somebody was like, these guys are and wrote an article about us, it'd be like, oh shit, someone wrote an article about us. The only way that's going to happen is negatively. No one's going to write about how great we are.
No, not at all.
It's not going to happen unless I do it under a different name.
They fucking, talked for an hour about movies that we haven't seen. But they're old movies, so if you haven't, fuck you. Like, spoilers, whatever. Fucking... What the hell was I gonna say? This is off. Okay. So woke shit and like how everything is just
you're like
now.
keeping it going though. Like it dies if we stop talking about. You die 2 deaths. You die once when you die, and then you die the last time someone says your name.
Okay.
So if we stop feeding this fucking plant, it will stop growing. The woke kids pretend to be upset at fucking whatever the fuck. Because then it gets responses and they get attention. And now we're talking about them on a show. They're probably fucking beating off to this.
Coming to America is.
Oh right, that's what you're gonna get at. But that's I've heard I haven't even watched it. I'm not going to because I've heard everybody say the same thing that you're saying.
Well, here's the thing. There's a lot of people who, like Andy, my brother, loved it. Thought it was fucking fantastic. Now, I love the original Coming to America. It's one of my favorites. Eddie Murphy was on fire. He's one of the funniest fucking people. All the characters, it's incredible. Fucking amazing movie. I'm not a fan of comedy sequels because they're usually just using the same shit, but like in a different scenario or like more money and
cameos are just all right. Like cameos are just famous people. That's kind of the celebrity cult of personality worship shit I don't like. It's like this person doesn't need to be in this movie.
No, they're just, but they like it and they're like,
it's a cameo, so people go, hey, I know 2 faces I've seen before are next to each other. Oh my god,
this is cool. This is a great film.
They're brown faces. I really love this because that proves I'm not racist.
Yes, this is my favorite. This
white
is the best
people
movie
who go
ever.
way over and they're like, this movie is going to revolutionize the racial barriers in America. It's like, can't it just be funny? Like,
right. But
those are white people who are like, when a black dude pulls up next to them, they get nervous and they don't like that they get nervous. So then they have to overdo it on Facebook.
And
those are the wokes.
Don't lock the doors like that. They like put their arm on the thing and put it down casually
while they tweet like, this show is racist to try to like balance it out. So maybe dumb white people are like balancing out the world with like being totally racist the way everybody is.
Right.
Ask a fucking black dude how he feels about us. Like, and then like they like try to like balance it out by being like, oh my god, like, Gibson's such a racist.
We have to include everyone, and then. But if you're not, then fuck you, and get out of here, you piece of shit. We're going to take everything from you.
What was your stance on the Kendall Jenner Pepsi commercial? You're like,
I don't even know.
Have one. What are you talking
Which
about?
one is she? Like, I don't know. Like, I don't get it.
And it's like every little event you have to have like the right stance on it or like it's a point off your card.
I know,
it's
exhausting.
Gay as shit. I forgot about all of this until you're here talking about it. It is like a shitty culture.
I wish it was out of my life.
I don't really pay attention to it. The podcasts I listen to are just a bunch of idiots who don't pay attention to it, and they just tell funny fucking stories and talk about movies exactly what we do. Like, so it's just, it doesn't exist if you don't think about it.
Well, that's
true.
I kind of like,
there was a waitress at a diner across the street from Madison Square Garden who didn't know on New Year's Day or New Year's Eve, we went there for like dinner before we went to the fish shows, and she had no idea what fish was, what was happening at the garden across the street. She had never heard of them. And like, you can be that lady with the woke shit. Like, it doesn't matter how big it's sold out Madison Square Garden 4 nights in a row across the street from the fucking diner you work at.
Yeah, they did.
And
it for 20 years.
Dude, they've been doing. That was like their 60th show there. And this lady had been working. I'm not sure she's been there every time. You've probably served them like multiple times. Like, you know what I mean?
Right.
It's just. And you can just be unaware of things. Like, it's beautiful. Ignorance really is bliss.
It is. It truly is.
I don't know any of those things. But it sucks when it does kind of fuck with something that, like, it's the whole going back to George Lucas going back and changing Star Wars. Like, don't go back and cut shit out of movies. I mean, they used to fucking... When they played Blazing Saddles on like TBS, they cut like the farts out but left all the N-words. Like,
yeah,
you know
like,
what I mean?
what? Like, how is that
I think
offensive?
people are. Bill Burr used the term self-correcting, and I'm like, that's exactly what they're overcorrecting.
Yeah,
they're like trying to go back and like They're like blaming fucking people who don't work in Hollywood. They're like looking at a plumber and they're like, "There's not enough representation in sitcoms." And he's like, "I fixed toilets. What are you talking?
Like, I don't care.
Why are you yelling about? What are you yelling at me for? You make movies. You guys did this." There's harassment of women. It's like, it's all you. It's all you. Every producer, every fucking actor.
Right.
It's never us.
No.
It's all you. I met one girl who liked me and I fucking grabbed onto her and didn't let go. I didn't harass anybody. Fucking, it's all you people raping and fucking all this shit. And then, like, why are we sitting here feeling like we're going to get in trouble for it?
I know.
It's
that's
so
true, but
bizarre
that's
because they have
weird.
money and they can put out a fake Instagram thing about changing and then just fucking start a fucking energy water company or something. Like, we're just, it's just wacky. It's a wacky
I
world.
know. It's like not enjoyable. Like I don't like. I don't know.
But then when you don't know anything about their personal lives, you can just enjoy them in.
Yeah.
Like Alec Baldwin himself, who's probably could be awesome, could be a douche. I have no idea.
Right.
But in that movie, I'm like, I fucking love Alec Baldwin because
Yeah,
he called him a
absolutely.
cocksucker. I like the character he's playing.
Yeah.
We don't need to know about what else they're doing.
No.
Because then it starts to make people think I have to be on this standard of like this actor.
Yeah.
Because they're cool, they're awesome, they can get it, whatever. So I have to believe what they say about anything.
Yes.
And it's just, and then people get in actors' ears and go like, you can really make a change. You can go beyond. You can't just be just a movie star, just an actor.
Right.
What are you gonna be like, Billy Baldwin? Ugh. Yeah, you can make a change. And Alex like, you're right. Fuck Bill.
I can do this. Billy Baldwin.
So
Yeah,
so the thing stunk.
Yeah.
Is it
I
on-
didn't. Yeah, it's an Amazon Prime like original. So they, it's available on there,
Yeah.
obviously. But yeah, I don't know.
But they
you know what?
also know what sells. I'm sorry to cut you off. They also know what sells.
Yeah.
They know that the woke shit is selling right now. If white supremacy was hot in the streets with the kids,
Right.
like they would, dude, the fucking Coming to America would just be him showing up and getting the shit kicked out of him. Like if fucking white supremacy was fashionable, it would
Right.
be the other way around.
be the
Corporations
completely-
cannot
yep.
be trusted. They don't care. Their job is to make money.
Yes.
Because this is fucking America, bitch.
Right.
Hell yeah. They're supposed
So-
to make money. So
and
they're
they're
like,
doing
hey,
it.
wokeness is hot. Let's just throw so much wokeness into this.
Exactly. So
and I guess
it-
wokeness at it's douchey and annoying and it's lame. That's its worst offense is it's lame.
Yeah.
No one's getting hurt. At the end of it, you're like, all right, be nicer to people. And I guess there's a few words you shouldn't say to someone's face. Like,
Right.
you should-
It's in principle.
There's just some
it's
word
great.
that's
It's
me
just-
being woke
and-
is like sometimes you should roll a window up before you yell.
Hey, if that's what it takes, that's what it takes. That's okay. Like the principle behind it is fucking great. Of course, include everyone.
Yes, but don't be so
don't be a
annoying
dick.
about
That's
it.
what I'm saying. That's what
Yes.
drives me away from it. I just don't want nothing to do with it. I don't
It's
want
like
to hear
someone
about
who
it.
gave
I don't want
you
to have
money
to
and
feel.
it was like, look at what I gave you. Count it in front of me. And they're
Right.
like, yeah, count it slower. And you're like, Jesus, all right, you did a nice thing, and now you're making it real weird.
So I watched this movie. I'm not really a fan. I mean, there were some parts, whatever, but like it was just okay. It was a statement more than a film. Like it didn't need to happen.
Yeah, I don't.
So anyway,
yeah.
fucking, I go back and I watch like Eddie Murphy, like not Raw or Delirious, the other one. I can't remember. A different leather outfit, but he
Yeah.
was a rock star and he was the biggest. And like, dude, I don't understand like how
Banana's offensive.
you can go
you
back.
know, there's a certain track on that record.
Yeah.
One of them, using a certain slur,
Yes.
and then later there's like slur part 2, and it's very funny. And they be looking at his ass.
But like exactly, so like, and he does like, he calls them fags, like, you know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
he just like just exactly.
like,
You
damn
said
it.
slur,
I
but
don't
I'm
think
just
we're
like, no, we're
around
just
it.
going fags because like, but he just immediately is like faggot, like he's saying it,
And it's nothing
and
to
then
do
he
with me.
does like
I'm not
a gay
saying
voice.
it. I'm just watching an artist express himself through his fucking art and finding it to
Absolutely,
be very
but
funny.
it's so funny that like that shit, like of all the woke things and everything that's being canceled and shit, nobody goes back to that. If they're rewriting everything, like how the fuck is Eddie Murphy's stuff still around? Because
you want to go to him and be like, oh, so you guys are like you're donating all the money you make off of like every time someone listens to that and you get a check. You're donating that to like some like Glad or something. They're like,
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
fuck. Now that you said that, I have to. You fucking
you piece
dickhead.
of shit.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they
but that's what I mean,
they
like-
collect the check until someone calls them on it. That's why calling people out has been this thing. But it's like sometimes it's like there's not enough trans representation in the Ninja Turtles, and you're like, They're turtles.
Yeah,
Let's
and
relax.
they're turtles and people.
teenage
Like
mutant
they have they're mutants.
They like skateboarding and pizza. None of this shit makes sense.
The mutant is offensive. Like what?
Yeah,
You
like,
know?
well, isn't X-Men just a whole algorithm for fucking being gay?
Yeah,
That's why Bryan Singer kind of was the perfect guy.
Yeah,
You know what I
pretty
mean?
much. Yeah, I mean, yeah, exactly. And all those things that they represent in the stories and everything, I get it. It's awesome. But like, don't like scold me for.
It's overdone, but like anything in America, it's fucking overdone.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
You're
Like
right.
they take any sort of cultural thing that was like kind of had some good shit to it, and they fucking strangle it. You know what I mean? Like they fucking there's fucking $85 Grateful Dead T-shirts at fucking Urban Outfitters for. I was like, what the fuck? Like,
Yeah.
come on, like. They take anything that people kind of like, and
Right.
they're like, well, like we said with Oasis, and I'm like, this is truly like one of the most fucking badass, hilarious, greatest rock bands, like most entertaining guys, and I've been deprived of them my whole life until I fucking dug a little deeper, because you guys just, every time I'm like, just Wonderwall, Champagne Supernova, Wonderwall, and you're like, they're writing these wienery love songs,
Yeah.
and then you hear like Hello, and you're like, whoa!
Yeah.
You fuckers were keeping this from us. Because,
Yep.
like, and we just take one. Oh, you like this? We'll strangle it. And we'll just feed you full of it. You like bloomin' onions? Here's a never-ending bloomin' onion cart. And that's what wokeness is. They're like, oh, you like this?
Yeah. Here, everything.
And it just becomes this thing. And if you say, like, that was really annoying and douchey, it kind of seems like, they're like, oh, so you don't like anti-racism? You're like, I don't know why there has to be anti-racism in a mouthwash commercial.
Yeah.
But, we should just focus on the mouthwash. It's like, if you buy any other brand, you're a fucking bigot.
Yeah, pretty much.
Like, that's really what they're trying to do is, like, Tide is the most not racist detergent ever. And everyone's like, fuck, well, I got to get Tide or I'm going to look like a fucking, the guy at work's going to like be looking at me weird now.
There was this like ice cream commercial where there was like this black lady in the kitchen and they're like making her like something, and it was like, who's better to tell you about whatever something ice cream snack or something than this old hip hop group, and they're like, Scoop, there it is, and it's the original guys, and then she just instantly goes,
Yeah.
and I was like, that's not you shouldn't do that. That's
Yeah.
not right.
That's
you know what I mean? I was like, that's
douchey.
like too
That's
much.
douchey, but I got a mortgage. I get it.
Yeah, exactly. You know, like, okay, we can do this. We can pull this off. But I was like, that's not why in an ice cream commercial? It doesn't make any fucking sense. Or was it even for ice cream?
Dude,
They
the
were
shit
just-
that gets
they just
passed for
changed-
commercials, the shit that gets yesed on
I know.
is so weird. Because like I listen to a lot of comedy podcasts with guys who like work in that industry, and they're like, we wrote this thing, and they'll explain it. And you're like, dude, that's fucking hilarious. And they're like, yeah, they wouldn't do it. And then you look at the commercials that do get made.
Right.
Tommy Pope is a dude who's had a Super Bowl. He's been in like a regional Super Bowl commercial like the past few years. And like him and like a few of his boys from like Shane Gillis, who I mentioned earlier, like their whole Philly crew, like there's guys who fucking like direct and write these skits that are hysterical. And like they've had a couple like Super Bowl, like Northeast regional, whatever, Super Bowl, like the Roofer Man on Smart Guy.
Okay.
Spoilers. TJ snuck in as a ventriloquist dummy, and then for the talent show that was being shot at the TV studio, he pretended to be a ventriloquist dummy to sneak in and program the Roofer Man commercial during the Super Bowl. Effectively stealing probably like $1 million spot from the fucking thing.
right.
And I remember that. And if you ask me my own birthday, it takes a second.
Yeah. Yeah, man. I hear you, dude.
I remember what he did. He had the lines on his mouth, and he's
I
pretending
remember
to be
that.
a dummy.
Yeah. I haven't thought about that. Probably
What was their
ever.
neighbor's name?
I don't.
Was it Marcus or something?
The one who was in love with the sisters or whatever.
Yeah, but they were like they felt. I remember the one episode where
Or
they
they
had
a different show.
There was a grill, and they like him and the dad like loved the grill, and they kept cooking on the grill, and they were cooking out in like a thunderstorm, and they were like talking about the metal spatulas getting electrocuted. I don't know. So it was like they were really into it.
What? How does this quality entertainment? This is great.
I'm sure it was done well. The sister was very hot.
Yeah, you know.
She was the girl from How High. One of the
Oh.
girls. There was the two girls from How High. She was the one who was like I think she was like a senator's daughter or something, and like she was like a good, like she was being bad, like trying to
okay.
fuck Method Man, and like the other. No, Method Man had kind of the sweet thing going. RZA was like the pig, and he found like a dirty ass girl, and I think it was the sister from Smart Guy. That was a great movie.
Yeah.
They smoked Abraham Lincoln.
Oh yeah.
or Ben Franklin or something out of like this
It's been
giant.
a
They
while,
found it. They
yeah.
thought it was a telescope or something. It was a
Right.
giant ball. It was a great movie.
Yep. It's a great film. No,
It's a
I mean,
that's for the
it is
finest
what it is.
films. The finest films.
It is what it is. Yeah, Departed.
Yeah, it's self-aware. If they do How High 2 and they make it like woke and shit, you're like, no, it's Method Man and Red Man go to Harvard and fuck shit up and smoke weed and throw parties and fuck
Right.
girls. Like, it's fun. It's a fun, funny movie. And it's ballsy and people love that shit. How is this woke shit gonna age? It's gonna look all 80s.
Yeah, but
It's-
that's back too. So
Well, I
who
guess
knows?
it's gonna be retro. It's just,
Everything
it's
is
all
fucking-
cyclical.
Yeah.
It's just, is that the right word?
Yes, I think so. Yeah, all comes back.
Yes,
you know,
comes back around,
cyclical.
yeah.
Cyclical.
Cyclical.
La, la, la.
Cyclical.
That's a rap name. I like that. Cyclical. Fucking. So yeah, you couldn't get away with this. I don't know. Now, obviously, Mike and I, when we were kids, we were at the cottage again, and we were in Shirkson, and we ran out of the money. We were at the arcade, and we ran out of money. So Mike comes up with this idea. It's always his idea, and I always execute it, okay? So he's like, why don't you do that deaf thing and ask people for money? So I pretended to be deaf, but here was the story, and then and like and like so, but I don't know how this works because I would ask people, "Mind you call my mom for a wine?" and like they would give me, but how am I gonna call my mom?
Yeah, no, there's
But-
a fundamental flaw
But they
in the
would just
story.
be so uncomfortable, and they would give me. So we played for hours, like just getting money from people,
Wow.
pretending to be deaf, and we go into the arcade. I think I would go and pretend to go use the phone real quick, but like we never did. You know what I mean? Obviously, but yeah, that's fucked up. You know, but we had to hustle, man. We had to hustle. We had to
money for headphones.
You're like, what? Like,
Yeah.
I want a guitar. Like, and like, so it's so bad, you know, it's so bad. But like, it worked, and like that was just. I was thinking about that the other day. I was like,
That's
holy
exactly
fuck.
what fucking wokeness is. It's people pretending to be something they're not because they're gonna get fucking paid. Because some schmuck is gonna be so uncomfortable, and it's pretending to be something you're not. Extremely acting out, overly doing it.
Yep.
Acting crazy about it, so the person gets really uncomfortable and says, "Okay, just take the fucking money and just do whatever you want." That's what wokeness is.
I started it, so
You
it's
started
my
it.
fault.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Yeah. No, it's you
No
created
wonder I have
it,
such
so
a
they
problem
can't
with it,
take you
'cause I
down.
hate myself
they
so
take,
much.
That's they'd be like, I'm killing Caesar. You're the king, and you know.
I like that. Okay, that's
Yeah.
good. Yeah, so that was kind of fucked up, you know, to do. But I mean, it worked. So like, why, you know? I mean, we needed quarters, and we weren't ready to go home.
You were hustling.
You know.
People have done weirder things for money.
That's very
People
true.
have done worse things for money.
That's very true. But so to all the deaf people out there listening to this podcast,
Yeah.
I
There's one
apologize.
set of people we can talk to. We can talk shit about deaf people and people who don't speak English. We can talk shit about all those people.
I really fucking hate deaf foreigners. You know? Get out or go home.
No, I'm not English.
That would be so hard.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Yeah. So that's wrong. You know, that's another reason like 1,592 why I'm going to hell. You know what
No,
I'm
but it's
saying?
also why you're funny. And I'll tell you that when I heard DMX had a heart attack, one of the first things I thought of was I bet Steve could do a really good DMX having a heart attack impression.
That.
Yeah.
Oh
Oh my God!
He's on his last breath. R.I.P. DMX. I'm sorry. I love you.
I
really
love
do,
DMX.
but, like-
DMX was great. In 1999, when Tony Hawk did the first 900 at the X Games, the music they were playing to hype him the fuck up was DMX.
No shit.
Yeah, and I can't remember which song it was, but it was DMX. We always loved DMX, but
Yeah.
like, I mean, Ari Spears did that great DMX impression. Like, he's a fun guy to impersonate.
Yeah,
you know what I
absolutely.
mean? Like, when Christopher Walken dies, there's not going to be anyone doing a Christopher Walken dying impression. Come on. If he has a stroke, Jay Moore is not going to have a Christopher Walken having a stroke impression.
Jay
in his
Moore
act.
has a career specifically from Christopher Walken.
He's so goddamn good at it.
I
mean,
know.
he does fucking anybody good.
Yeah, he does.
His fucking Tracy Morgan stories are fucking great.
That's true.
Jay
man,
Moore's
yeah.
my uncle. Jay Moore's. They always call him Jay Moore's.
Jay Moore's. Yeah, dude. But yeah, Christopher Walken dying. Dude, I watched 7 Psychopaths. I don't know if you've ever seen it. Colin Farrell, Sam Rockwell.
Yeah,
all
it's
good
one of
people.
those
It
usual
was okay.
suspect-y kind of movies.
It was like it's cool. It's whatever. It was interesting, but like it wasn't amazing. But anyway, fucking there's like the greatest Christopher Walken line I've ever heard in my life, and they're talking about like. They were witness to like somebody getting killed, and they're like, we Colin Farrell's like, we gotta go to the police, and they just go to Christopher Walken. He goes, "Fuck the cops, fuck them," like it was amazing, and I can't stop saying it. Like anytime a cop will drive by, I'm always like, "Fuck them," because like it was incredible, and for no reason. They must have all been laughing because that's why they just showed his face. They must how could you not? Like it was so.
He's
7
great.
Psychopaths. Just look up that.
He's
part.
great in anything. I love Christopher
That's true,
Walken.
and he doesn't say no
Him
to
dancing
anything.
in that fucking goofy
Fat Boy Slim
Yeah,
video
it was great.
was amazing.
I'm gonna steal a Jay Moore thing I heard the other day.
Okay.
Well, the movie Christopher Walken's in with the Penn brothers with Sean Penn and Chris Penn. Was it like At Close Range? Is that what it's called?
They were in a movie together?
Yeah, like back in the day, like they were really young. It was the two brothers,
shit.
and it was Christopher Walken played like their dad, and they lived with their mom, who was like this haggard. They lived in some shitty little town, and their mom's this haggard, gross old fucking hag. And their dad came up like one day, and he's like their piece of shit dad who ran off, but he still comes back, and he's like, "Boys, I have a party tonight, and I was hoping you could help me with some wacky tobacco." Like he's doing the Christopher Walken. I can't fucking do it. But he looks up at the porch, and the haggard ass mom's in there, and Christopher Walken just goes, "Looking good."
Oh man,
Like,
he's incredible. He is a true treasure, man.
Yeah, you fucking love that guy.
The best fucking scene in fucking True Romance.
If he
man.
came out and he's like, "We pushed her off the boat," we'd be like, water under the bridge."
under the boat.
Yeah, water. Fucking girl fell in the water under the bridge. Okay.
I don't know if I told this one before, but this is another, anti-woke thing, I guess. Not I'm anti-woke, but they wouldn't like this. So when at the light at 5th Street, I
beat the shit out of a Chinaman.
Yeah. I hate them Asians. I'm not going to stop my Asian hate. You know what I mean? I've always hated Asians. There's when you're coming up to Center Street, all right, there's like a cross street before it, and fucking there's not a stop sign. There's a stop sign on one of them, but like whatever. So I had the right of way.
On
This
5th
lady,
Street? Yeah, there's always fucking accidents almost right there.
yeah, and this lady fucking cut me off. Like we almost. I mean, I was only going 30, but still, like we would have fucked each other up.
Yeah,
and like, so she's in the left turning lane, she's in the left turning lane. And I'm in the right, and I was raging because there was no she just didn't look, and she almost fucking fucked me up, and I was so pissed. And I'm like, I did the roll down the window thing, and I was like, "Excuse me, are you retarded?" And she's like, "I don't appreciate that." She's like, "My son is mentally challenged or handicapped," and I was like, "Oh, so it runs in the family." And then I fucking left,
right.
And I was like, mic drop. And then when I drove away, I was like, "Ooh." No, that wasn't good, Steve.
Come on. Anybody can come on. Anybody, the wokest person. I want Amazon has fucking tapes. Our iPhones have, whoever's recording us, they have tapes of woke people in their cars with the windows up, going fucking chat. Come on, when you're driving and it's stressful and someone almost kills you.
I know.
You're allowed to, yeah.
But
so
I
it runs in the family.
I didn't know that.
I'll tell you that is a bit of like an overdone sitcom joke. That's where
Yes.
it would just be, you have to be quick. It'd have to be like, "My son's mentally handicapped," and it'd just be, "So are you, bitch." And
right.
That's funnier. But then a producer would come in and say like, "No, you have to say something nicer
Right.
and sassier." So it runs in your family, and then it's like a little brother line.
Well, thanks for
I'm just saying, comedy-wise, 7 out of 10. Offensive-wise, 10 out of 10.
I was just, it was a rage moment, and like I didn't know what she was gonna say or what we were gonna do at that point. And I was just angry and said something, and I shouldn't have. But then she responds with that, so then I was like, you know what I mean? Like,
Good, fuck her. She should be yelled at. You fucking almost killed a guy because you weren't paying attention. You should be called fucking retard. And you just happen to have a mentally handicapped. Like,
he wasn't in the car or anything. It's not like, you know what I mean? Like,
even if he was, he'd be in the back seat. Like, I know, dude. I'm sorry. She sucks. I know. I'm sorry. She sucks.
The worst.
Yeah, that's why, like, I didn't even finish developing. I had to get the fuck out of there. I had to get the fuck away from that bitch.
It's actually my
she
fault.
She fucking sucks.
Yeah,
I was like, you know what? I'll take a little. I don't care. Fuck it.
I'll
I don't
take
care.
the edge off. That's fine. Yeah.
Yeah, it's just, I don't know, man. Fucking, he almost killed a guy. He's allowed to fucking say
I
something.
think I
mean to
had
you.
some leverage there, but
some lady, we were walking, actually right where you're talking about, we were walking from like where the fucking Italian we're from the Lewiston Zoo by the bank.
Right.
And we're walking across the street and there's a lady like at the pulling up the like on 5th Street or like by the church pulling up to that light, and the light turned green and we're walking and she starts turning slowly, but like she's pulling up.
Yeah.
And we're just like walking and we're like, yo. Like, she like got really fucking close to us, and then me and Lee like had to shift out of the side of the way. Like I push Lee, and I'm just like, excuse to push you, and fucking just punch her.
Yeah, I had to get you out of the way.
Out of the way, bitch. You're fucking.
You spit on her.
All right, it wasn't full. Why would I run the dishwasher? It wasn't full. We're just wasting water. All right. Anyways, what? So no, this lady fucking. She like almost hit us, and I was about to like, rightfully so. I was like, I get to yell at someone, and it's justified. Usually, I'm just miserable for no reason. Like, it's justified.
You get like
I get
overexcited.
to be an asshole.
Yes,
I have to hold it back all the time. That's why we do these podcasts. That's why they're getting longer, because I have to be an asshole. You have to just let the fucking steam out. Okay, this is like I get to yell at someone. This is awesome. And like she rolled down the window, and before I could be like, you fucking, she just was like, oh, I'm so sorry. And you could feel it earnestly. And I just was like, just gave her one of those, like a black dude, like, come on, man. Like that. Like,
yeah, I know.
And I just gave her a disappointed look and walked away. And I was like, I know that hit more. She just felt bad about it.
You were disappointed.
I know she felt bad about it. And like, she was just like, I'm like, you fucking, all right.
That was like, that hit harder. Like, say if your parents, they said, like, they're not angry, they're just disappointed. If they caught you doing something really weird.
That's what I said
gross.
to her. I fucking I put my hand on her shoulder and I was like, listen, sport. I gym teachered her.
It hits harder. It does. Like,
hey,
you
pal.
Let somebody down.
Listen,
like,
pal, you got 10 and 2. You got to pay attention. You got to look 4 ways, okay?
Good talk, champ.
Yeah. I was fucking longboarding before I realized that was detrimental to my career. When I almost ate shit one day, and my calendar flashed before my eyes, and all the money I was gonna make playing gigs, and I was gonna break an arm and be like, just playing piano and fucking just making shitty beats. And I'm longboarding down this hill, and some lady just rolls up right behind me, and it was like nothing. It's Lewiston. There's no other. The only people outside are me and her right now. There's nothing happening, and I'm longboarding down the hill, and she's right on my ass, and she honks, and it kind of scared me. I turned around. I was listening to music on my phone, and I looked around, and she was like, and I'm like, I'm longboarding down a hill. Yeah, it's a hill. If I was in your kitchen, you should be like, "What the fuck?" But I'm like, I'm skateboarding outside on a hill. That's where people skateboard.
That,
yeah, especially this kind of skateboard. Like I was on like a bike trail, and she's like, "What are you out of your mind?"
Excuse me.
Yeah, this is only for cars. You yelled a baby in a stroller too. Right. Like she honks and goes like this, and I had my phone, and I didn't do anything. I didn't open the fucking camera. I was just listening to something. Yeah. I just pointed it at her car, kind of made it look like I took a picture, and then put it in my pocket and skated away. And I was like, that bitch is looking over her fucking shoulder every day of her life. I didn't do anything. I didn't open the phone. I didn't.
That could be so many things, Dad.
Yeah, I just went like this. Like I took
plate, you got
and her.
Like,
like she's like. She doesn't know who I am. She doesn't know who I am. I'm just some guy.
It's casual.
Just
and creepy. And just like,
Yeah, exactly. I didn't do it. I didn't
I
take
know.
the fucking picture. I just thought it would be funny. I was still listening to whatever I was listening to and just pretended to, and was like, that's gonna fucking stick with that bitch. And like, so fuck her, you impatient motherfucker. Like, well, Jesus Christ, you could have literally just curved and gone around me, and both of us would have gone on with our lives. And she might have moved.
Yeah. Get out of there. Yeah, just don't honk at fucking people who are on the road we're supposed to be on the road.
We're like not in a hurry here.
There was so I was at work and I was in this back room of like a fucking Burlington coat factory, right? And the lady, the manager, she definitely parties on the weekend. You can tell she's just got that face.
Yeah.
You know, she's just like,
How you doing, honey?
yeah, like, hi. And like, so she always talks to me.
Names of
She's super,
fucking
who cares?
place.
Who cares?
All
There's a
right,
million of them. Who gives a fuck? I don't
okay.
give a fuck.
I bet everyone manager is a Burlington
even know
Coat
her
Factory manager's throw down.
Yeah, it's a pretty
It's
wild
half our
place.
audience at gigs, dude.
So like, okay, so she like she would talk to me and stuff, and we just kind of joke around or whatever, and then so on my vest that I wear, there's like a pocket and in the front, and I keep my phone right there, and I always like check it to like the time because I have to sign a book that says what time and the date and what I took, right? So I did that, and it made like sometimes like if the sound like is on, it'll do like, you know what I mean, to make that sound when you unlock the phone. Yeah. So she was like sitting down, and I went like this real quick and looked at the phone and went. She's like, did you just take my picture? And I was like, no, I just took I was just looking at the time. And she was like, oh, because that would be really fucking creepy. And I was like, yeah, I know it would. Like that would. Yeah. And then she didn't say a word to me the rest of the time. Wow. And like we had like a thing, like a rapport, you know what I mean? Like, and then it just done. Like,
wow.
Yeah. And
she thinks you took a picture of her.
Yeah. Just really like, we were like, and I just like, you know what I mean? Like, why would I do that? That's so odd.
Can't like open your pictures in your phone and say, "Look, there's no picture of you," because then she would just see pictures of all the other managers,
all the other titties and managers and cell phones and
Stuffalo Steve.
Stuffalo Steve. No, and so it was just really weird, and it shouldn't have been because that's not what happened. But like she was just like off put by like. And understandably so, because that would be really odd for like a guy who's like physically or like my presence is kind of intimidating in the sense that I have guns and ammo and fucking a vest on and like, you know what I mean? And it's all black and everything. Like, so that's, but like when you see these people all the time and you have, conversations and whatever, it's whatever. But then I guess if you accidentally creep someone out, then it's weird now. And like, I don't, you know what I mean? Like I actually haven't seen her. I don't think it's any specific reason that she like isn't there, but
she's like, I will not be in the same room with him.
Yeah.
It could be a huge thing.
But like, it was such an odd thing. It's just technology. I was just looking at I don't have a watch. I just look at my fucking phone. Like, and it just made that sound, which happens to be almost the camera sound too, which is odd.
I'm trying to think. I don't think I pay enough attention to other people. That I probably creep them out all the time. I just don't care. I'm not.
Well, when you're in a small room with somebody and you
it
see
was
them professionally,
intimate and it's one-on-one,
pretty easy
there's
to
like a
pick up on
definitive
that.
fucking moment.
Yeah, pretty easy to pick up on that. So I apologize for doing nothing.
Is she hot?
No.
All right.
No,
well, then,
like I'm not attracted to her, but like
I would be like, well, then you might as well just fucking get the picture, dude.
Yeah. Well, yeah, it was an amazing photo.
You should have just got it while you could.
But yeah, so it was just an odd moment, and I didn't, what the fuck, why do I always get in those weird,
I don't know. Yeah, it's funny.
It is, but it's just, I just feel like bad because she clearly wasn't convinced that like,
no, absolutely
she was just
not.
Weirded out, like,
and she switched her schedule.
Because, like, we were, like, talking, and then she was just like, because that would be really fucking creepy. I was like, yeah, that would be really creepy. And then,
what? I know, right? I know. She hears the trash noise.
Yeah. Yeah, so, yeah, I'm creeping people out, pretending to be deaf, and calling people with mentally handicapped sons retards. So I think that about does it for us
man,
today.
You really got a gift for this shit.
It's a blessing and a curse, man.
Yeah, to be like fucking, I don't know, just right place, right time, all the time.
Yeah.
All right, shout out Cinderella's stepmother. Shout out Christopher Walken. Shout out what else? I don't know what else we talked about. Shout out to all these ladies who think we have pictures of them, but we don't. We
No,
don't.
we
That's
don't.
2 stories. There's 2 women out in the world right now who might stumble upon this and go, "Oh my God, that guy is this the guy who took a picture of me one day," and then me too. Oh my God. Those
They
two
start
show
some sort of
together? Yeah.
anti-Thurman and Lala movement.
Yeah. And then we actually fucking gained some steam. All right, you bitches, fucking bring it on.
All right. Well, yeah. Thanks. I was glad to be back. We actually next week. Okay. Good. Next week, right? It's the 16th. It would be Friday. We have a special guest coming on. Viper from Annabelle Black will be sharing amazing stories. Her life is fucking incredible.
Yeah, if you hung out with her one night and that Eddie Winslow shit happened.
Yeah, yeah.
If that's just one night.
Yeah,
there's
that was
gotta
just
be
one
a
night. But
lifetime
like
of
her,
that, yeah.
like even just outside of our interactions that we had.
Yeah, for sure.
Our time, but like her life story is absolutely fascinating. So I can't wait to have her share that with you guys. So yeah, tune in. We're gonna do it Friday night, the 16th. I gotta check that date again, or is it the 15th?
No, Friday's the 16th.
Friday's the 16th at
Saturday's
8 p.m.
the 17th. I might be doing an acoustic thing at the Jug.
Cool.
It says that in my calendar, and I don't remember. We may have had one fucking arbitrary conversation about it like 2 months ago. I don't know, but I'll find out. So probably, I guess.
Exciting things coming up.
No, we'll be down. I'll be down there. It'll be all right. It'll be fun. And if I'll figure it out, and on the 6th, tune in on the 16th and get the final conclusion, the answer, and if I actually am playing a gig or not. You tune in the 16th, and you will know it's like one of those Batman fucking cliffhangers.
Yeah.
All right. So
Same bat place, same.
I had this vision of a guy like describing a girl and being like, "Dude, she just had these cliffhangers." I don't know. That's so funny.
That's
I
the
don't know what
National
those would be.
Geographic
Yeah,
tits.
yeah,
right
exactly.
there.
Just
Those are-
dude, she had these fucking cliffhangers, man. They were fucking crazy. Okay, well, there's a new thing we could start using, and use that. Please use that in conversation if
Yeah.
you're talking about like telling stories with your friends about a lady that you had some, or just anyone. I took a picture of this girl at work, man. I couldn't help it. She's got these fucking cliffhangers, and then have the guy go, "Wait, what did you just say?"
To all of that?
Yeah.
All of that? Could you repeat?
Yeah. Well, let's make that a thing. All right. Cliffhangers, and then the Stallone movie. Oh,
Yeah.
great. Give it a whole new meaning.